Oh yeah, Jesse on fire. Welcome back to my channel. Before I do anything, let's talk about Triple C. You guys thought I was going to ask you to subscribe and ring the bell, didn't you? That's what you thought, but I wasn't. I was going to say, let's talk about Triple C. Then I was going to say subscribe and ring the bell, but let's talk about Triple C. Here's the deal. Triple C said he will come out of retirement, just like I said. Wow. Shocker. I mean, who could have seen that coming? Like, he retired and then 2 weeks later, he unretired. Oh, unbelievable. And the day after, there were like 1 million bantamweights. It looked super good. Crazy. Jeez, crazy. But did he call out a bantamweight? Nope. Everybody knows he calls out Ryan Garcia for boxing. Okay, let me tell you what the likelihood of him fighting Ryan Garcia in boxing is. Zero. First of all, he's not that big of a star yet. Okay, he's not Conor McGregor level. Also, Ryan Garcia will kick his fucking ass in boxing. That will not even be a remotely competitive fight. Now, obviously, Triple C will annihilate him in MMA. Okay, Triple C. Like, I'm not like running my mouth here. Like, of course, you in a real fight, you'd crush him. In boxing, that is not a fight you want, my dude. Ali Abdelaziz is a fucking stud. He has coached Triple C so well, dude. Because, okay, so why are they calling out Ryan Garcia? Because they're really going to go get that fight? You think Dana's going to let Triple C go crossover again? That worked out real well after he let Conor crossover. They got all the eyeballs. That was a one-time deal. The other thing is, you want to know what they did that for? Want to know why they did that? They did that to get the additional money, revenue run through the company so they could boost their valuation when they were getting acquired, okay? I should have put that in my other business video, but that is straight up what was going on, okay? So let me just put some clarity behind that. So I forgot to bring this up. As a matter of fact, I just didn't even think about it when I did the video about the business in general yesterday. But here's the deal. They were selling the company. When they allowed Conor to go over and cross over and do that Mayweather fight, let me tell you why they really did that, okay? So when you're selling a company, the way that you get the value of that company and what they're going to pay for it, the acquiring company, is you take your revenue and then you have a specific multiple and then that's the price, okay? So let's say they had a 4X multiple, right? So as an example, if you have $1 billion in revenue, and you have a 4X multiple, you get paid $4 billion for your company, right? Now, I don't know what their multiple was, but I think it was probably a lot more than 4 billion 4X, because I don't think they had $1 billion in revenue, but they got bought for 4 billion. Okay, the way you figure that number out is basically you take your revenue, some kind of crazy whatever that has to do with your growth rate, the industry, etc. But bottom line is, Conor's 100 million, let's just assume that Conor really did get that 100 million, 100,000% got paid to the UFC, and then the UFC paid it to Conor. I would bet my life on that. And the reason I know that is because when they're about to sell the company, when that 100, let's say the UFC was going to take 30 million of that, right? Conor's going to get 100, UFC's going to get 30, but Conor's 100 comes into the company and then gets paid out to Conor. Now that seems like a wash to you guys, right? Like, oh, well, who cares? I got 100, they had to pay it right back out to Conor. Yeah, normally that would be a wash, except when you're selling the company, because that 100 million counts as revenue for that year, and then it's going to count as a multiple when you're selling the company, okay? So that additional $130 million probably netted them out like an additional $600 million when they sold the company, maybe more than that, okay? So that's why they let Conor fight. In addition to growing the sport and all that, the acquisition price went up by a lot because of that fight, okay? So with that out of the way, they're not doing that with, that's just another reason they're not doing that with fucking Triple C, okay? They're not selling the company. He's not a big enough star. He'll get his fucking ass kicked, but he knows that, and so does Ali Abdelaziz. But the bottom line is Ryan Garcia has a huge amount of heat behind his name right now, right? So Triple C's smart. He sees a name, I'll fight fucking Valentina Shevchenko. I'll be the first intergender champion. He's a fucking genius now, man. When he was going to fight DJ and Chael Sonnen said that him and DJ were like the two most boring guys in a title fight ever, I agreed with him. I loved Henry. As soon as Henry came out in that karate stance, that first fight when he had a karate stance and he knocked the dude out, I was like, he's going to be the champion. But he had no personality then. Chael called him out for it. And then the next fight right after that, he comes out in a fucking... in a robe and with a snake, smashing the snake on the ground. And I was like, oh shit, look at this fucking boss, dude. He created a character and it works. Okay. Now I created a character. It's called the boss on the mic. I'm sorry, the goat on the mic. Okay. The motherfucking goat on the mic. Now, why do you think I did that? Because I'm the goat on the mic? Yeah. But why do I need to moniker myself that? Could it be because I'm talking MMA and this is something that works in the MMA business? So like, You know, if it works for MMA fighters, why the fuck wouldn't it work for MMA analysts? Okay? I know I'm fucking schooling everybody. The other thing is you wouldn't be able to pull it off. Any of these other MMA analysts, go ahead. Talk about being the GOAT on the mic. Let's see how that fucking plays out for you. See how good you look. See how you pull that shit off. Do you have a fucking haircut that looks like this? Do you have a setup that looks like this? Are you this good looking? Can you talk this fast? Can you? Are you this clever? Can you come up with shit right off the bat? Can you fuck your lines up and then just leave it in because you're so fucking charismatic? Can you do all those things? I don't think so. That's why I can call myself the motherfucking GOAT. And it sticks and it works. But Triple C called himself the triple champion. He said he's the best combat athlete in the history of the sport. And it works. He starts slamming fucking snakes on the ground, kicking shit off the stages. He looks like a fucking pimp, dude. So, I love that. But, geez, I really buried the lead there. Who'd he call out? Volkanovski. He wants it at 145. What a badass. I called him a bitch. After the fucking UFC 250. And I wasn't really calling him a bitch. I was just saying that there was a lot of fights at 135. I was actually in no way calling him a bitch. I was joking completely. But Volkanovski 145, let's fucking do that. Let's fucking do that shit. You want some GOAT status? Show me a dude who wins the fucking belt at 125, 135, 145. Boom. Boom. You tell me that he wins it at 145, he doesn't go for 155? Why not? Why the fuck not? Go get it. I mean, you know, if there's some kind of favorable matchup in terms of who has the belt at 155, I mean, one step at a time. Volkanovski's a fucking animal, okay? Do I think he's going to beat Volkanovski? I don't think people realize how good Volkanovski is yet because Max Holloway was such a vicious champion. Volkanovski beat him in a very close fight, and I think people are kind of just like, well, you know, that could have gone either way. And you're forgetting that he was fighting Max Holloway at 145, who's essentially unbeatable ever since he lost to Conor. And, dude, Volkanovski is a fucking animal. Watch him obliterate everyone else. He's one of those guys that throws massive volume and does not get hit and does not get hurt. He doesn't get hurt very much. I don't think I've ever seen him get hurt, actually. He wins almost every fucking round. Or at the very least, he's in the conversation in every round. I've never seen him like decisively lose a round. Ever. And for a guy who throws that many punches, that strikes, it's a fucking incredibly impressive thing, dude. So, yeah, here's the thing. Volkanovski's a beast. If Cejudo can beat him, though, if he can pull that off, oh, baby, that would be something else. That would be something else. So I would love to see that fight. Dana's not going to fucking pay him anything extra, though. In case you guys haven't, in case everybody hasn't been reading the writing on the wall, Dana's not negotiating for more money right now, okay? There's COVID. There are no crowds. To be honest with you, I honestly think that Dana's looking at these guys like a bunch of ungrateful bitches. That is what I honestly believe. Like when I watch his face and I'm doing my thing where I read people, I think Dana is literally like, you fucking children. You have no idea the shit that I'm going through to be able to put these fucking fights on. And every time that you guys come out and you say you want more money and I'm fucking you over, it makes me want to say, fuck you. And I can completely understand that. There are no other professional sports happening right now. Zero. And Dana trailblazed it. He told all these governors to fuck themselves so that he could put his sport on so he can take care of his fucking employees. And yes, he does deserve credit for that. If you've never been in the big seat, if you've never been a CEO, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? Bottom line, Goat on the mic has been a CEO. Goat on the mic has had employees. Goat on the mic fucking understands exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking shit here, okay? You don't understand the responsibility that exists when you're fucking wearing the crown, okay? It's heavy, it's fucking lonely, it's not what you think, okay? It's not just sit there, get in front of the fucking cameras and talk about how much money you're making. That is not reality, okay? Dana's working his fucking balls off. He's earning his goddamn money. He's giving people the opportunity to earn money and earn a living, and he is not getting enough credit for it at all. That actually really fucking pisses me off. So there's that. But simultaneously, I understand Jorge's position, right? Jorge wants more money. He wants more money. He's got kids. He's not going to fight forever. He is a gigantic fucking draw. If he's not getting a piece of the pay-per-view, that is bullshit. I know nothing about his deal, okay? I think it's very possible that in his deal, he had a piece of the pay-per-view for the BMF belt, and he doesn't have it for other fights, and I do not think that's fair, if that's the case. Again, I'm speculating. There's no point in me fucking speculating. But either way, Triple C's a boss. I'm the GOAT on the mic. My new setup is fucking sick. My haircut looks fucking good. John Jones should just fight. Everybody should just fucking fight. And Volkanovski is a goddamn beast. Also, the rankings on MMA Junkies are fucking ridiculous. Fuck you. Fuck this motherfucking mic trying to break up my party. Anyway, subscribe, ring the bell, tell all your friends, forward this shit, because I want to grow this channel as fast as I can so that I can just sit in front of this motherfucking green screen all day long and just talk shit, okay? Once we get big enough, I will expand beyond MMA. I will talk all fucking day. I will start another channel and I will talk about things that will get me demonetized, maybe get me demonetized, because I'm going to talk about my opinions on things. Not that they're radical, but just I hear that if you talk about your opinions now, it's not great for YouTube. Like they're like, maybe stay off that, okay? I love everybody. For the record, I love everybody. I don't have any, my opinion should not be controversial at all, unless you think that defunding the police is a good idea, because I do not agree that that's a good idea at all. And something tells me that people who watch mixed martial arts are going to agree with me, because you can boop, 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 figure out what people who are violent will do without the deterrent of police with guns and jail. Anyway, that is what I have. I love you guys very, very much. So please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and let's go.